Welcome to Let's Chat with Jeannie Riddle, where faith meets real life. I'm your host, Jeannie, wife, mother, grandmother, entrepreneur, beauty educator, author, and believer in the power of prayer. This is a space for honest conversations, encouragement, and inspiration. Whether you're getting ready for the day, winding down, or driving between appointments, let's talk faith, beauty, purpose, and everything in between. Grab your coffee or your lip gloss. Let's chat. Blessings and welcome to Let's Chat with Jeannie Riddle. I am your host, Jeannie Riddle, and today my guest is Annette Solis. She's a realtor. But one fun fact about her, she's also a twin, which I got to meet, and she's as sweet as can be. And I met you, I felt like I knew you already when we met because of TikTok, right?
Yes.
What's the name of your TikTok?
So you follow the Woommates on TikTok.
The Woomans.
Yes.
I love the name. Is awesome. I love it. So I got to be her sister. So if you see another one, don't think you're seeing double. There are actually two of them. So thank you for being here. And I wanted to ask you, how are you different from other realtors, built straight from what your clients say about you?
So a lot of clients that I have helped over the years, they are always letting me know that I have helped them tremendously only because I take the time to explain
Yes.
the home buying process, the home selling process to them. There's a lot of details that you have to know as a buyer and a seller, and it's a very important that you're going to understand.
Correct. It's always very helpful to have somebody that has the best interest
Absolutely.
for
It is.
yes,
Yes.
it's not just a one take commission or just your interest, but because that's going to benefit you on the long run. They're
It
going to
is.
say, you know what, I highly recommend this realtor. She took the time to explain things to me and she did everything just a very wonderful experience.
Right.
And that's what you want to give your clients
Yes.
also, right?
Exactly what I want to give my clients.
Yes. What's the biggest misconception buyers and sellers have about today's real estate market?
So buyers are still thinking that they can get the interest rates to, the market interest rates are going to come down, which in 2021, that was like a fluke. The 2%, the 3%, it's not going to come back. Unfortunately, only by a mere miracle it'll come back. But right now we're at a normal rate, and they're waiting around. They're waiting around, and honestly, they're kind of wasting their time if they need to buy a house because
Correct.
there's so many opportunities for you to purchase a house and negotiate because it's always negotiable.
Exactly.
Your realtor knows how
Exactly.
to do that. So
Exactly. Make sure you choose the right one that's going to be able to negotiate for you.
yes, sellers still think that they can sell for thousands of dollars over, but it's not a fact anymore. People, if you have a leaky roof, if you have leaky plumbing, it needs to be fixed, and you have to price your home right. Listen to your realtors. They have market data, they provide comparables to you, they know how to price your home. So don't price it so high that it's going to sit in the market for a very long time.
True. Okay, that's great. Those are great tips to know. Excuse me. What are the advantages of using a realtor?
So a realtor has so many resources in their toolbox. They know vendors like the inspectors. They they network with a lot of the other realtors. They have lenders in their pocket. Everybody's on speed out. Repairmen, they're the professional in this market. So
Yes.
that's the greatest reason for you to hire a realtor is because they're going to be in your corner. They're going to get you have your back. You're going to be protected with the realtor. Contracts are very legal, and
Yes.
it's very scary sometimes because you can lose your money.
Yes.
There's people putting thousands and thousands of dollars down. You can possibility, to lose that money, and you don't want to
Yes.
do that.
And then you like to talk to your customers and then find out what they're looking for. That way you have a list of homes that are going to be easier. Like the transition could go faster as well because you're not
Exactly.
wasting time taking them to homes that they have no interest in.
Exactly. We have the multiple listing system at our hands. If you tell me I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever you want, we
Yes.
can have you a couple of homes, more than a couple of homes, like in 2 seconds
Yes.
for you to look at.
Why did you get into the real estate?
So when I purchased my house the very first time, the realtor was very pushy, and he gave me that salesman vibe that I really didn't like.
That's always a big turnoff when
It's-
people push that way.
Yes. He was kind of pushing us to purchase a bigger house, a larger house, and I couldn't justify that. But I think he was doing it just so that he could get a larger commission. And so you have to be educated when you purchase a house and when you sell a house. That I wasn't, because when I sold my home, I also had agents that came to the house, but they just came with a contract and they said, sign here, 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 here. This is our commission.
Sign your life away.
Yes.
Versus educating you on the process and having the best interest.
Yes, and I felt kind of like I didn't really want to, but I thought they're the professionals and they're going to help me, right?
Yes, that's the way it should be.
It should be, but I kind of didn't get a good taste in my mouth, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this one of these days. I'm going to become a realtor. So I had to move to Georgia. Not that I had to, but I wanted to move to Georgia.
Yes.
And in Georgia, that's when I had to rethink my career path. And I decided to become a realtor. And I loved it because I also got to educate people. We would hold classes for them, educating the public.
Nice.
And to me, I think if you know what you're doing, when you're purchasing a house, you're going to feel more at ease. And that's what I want my clients to feel, is more at ease.
Yeah, and to have that peace, like I'm making the right decision versus feeling that you're pushing them to buy something they're not quite there, or that's not what they really wanted.
Exactly.
And at the end, that realtor is going to lose out, because when you're honest and you're there really with the intention to help them, it's going to bring you more benefits. They're going to recommend you, and people are going to get to know you.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm glad that you went to school for that, to help people, because yes, when people are too pushy, it's a turnoff. And then it gives you the vibe like, are you really here to help me, or
Right.
what's in it for you?
Right. And that's something that you really have to have a caring heart when you're here, with clients, because you have to understand that they're the ones that are going to make this big purchase.
Yes,
they're the ones that are
absolutely.
going to have to sell this house. So there is a lot of emotional ties to owning a home, and you have to have that emotional connection with them, that relationship, that you're there for their best interest.
Yes, awesome. So I have another question. What's one home buying and selling mistake you wish you could tattoo on everyone's forehead so they stop making that mistake?
For inspection. Yes. For buyers, always get an inspection, because you never know what's wrong with the house. The past owner may have made it pretty and shiny and bright. However,
Surface
the
wise.
surface, right? Yes, you have to look into the inside of
Inside.
the house. Foundation issues, the
Correct.
roofing issues, something that you can't see.
Air, the roof,
Exactly.
termites,
Yes.
all that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So please get an inspection.
So we already talked about the buyer. So any tips on people that are selling their homes?
Yes. So sellers tend to overprice a house. And again, I spoke about this briefly, but you do have to listen to your realtors when you're selling your home, because they have the comparative market analysis that they use. They run numbers.
Exactly.
And they are going to tell you number wise what the facts are. You need to listen to your realtor, because if you overprice it, again, it's going to sit on the market, it's going to become stagnant, and then maybe you might end up losing money.
Exactly. So it's always best listen to the realtor, because you are going to advise them on a good price.
Yes.
They're not going to lose, and they could still make money, but not over the top that it's going to be there for months,
Exactly.
The faster you could sell the home, the better.
Yes. Sellers listen to Zillow. Zillow, do not listen to Zillow. It's wrong.
It's wrong. Okay. See, those are good tips, because a lot of times people don't know. And so I'm glad there's realtors like you that have all that knowledge, and you're going to have the best interest for the person that's buying a home, right? So I have another question for you. Where do you see the housing market headed over the next year?
So the stats are coming in that we're going into a neutral market, which is good for both buyers and sellers, because it's a neutral market, which means we are hopefully going to get more buyers for the sellers, because we do have a lot of inventory sitting right now.
Yes, I've noticed that.
And hopefully we can start moving along. As far as the interest rate, it's always going up and down, so we never know. And hopefully it'll go down for the benefit of the buyers. It'll go down.
Is there any tips that you could give someone that's wanting to buy a home, how to look for those interest rates?
So you have to keep in mind that a lot of your realtor can negotiate for you, okay? And there's a lot of builders right now that are offering so many incentives. They're offering incentives to pay all your closing costs. They're offering incentives to buy down your interest rate. You can also negotiate with a resale. So if you're looking at the new builds and there's a lot of competition, you could ask this resale seller, hey, look, they're offering these incentives. What can you do for me? Your realtor is going to do that for you. And that's their profession. That's why they're there to help you, is to negotiate for you. Everything is negotiable.
Great. So if people are wanting to buy a home, how can they get a hold of you?
So my full name is Annette Solis, and I'm under Realtor Annie Solis on Facebook. My number is 915-277-2100. I'm also on Instagram and on TikTok. Y también hablo español.
Muy
for
bien.
Those of you that need help in,
Spanish. Being bilingual is always the best. So qué bueno que hablas español también. Sí. So thank you for being here, and thank you guys for joining, and have a blessed day, and let's chat next time. Oh my God, these bloopers. I can't stop laughing, guys, or I'm gonna lose my lashes if I keep on doing this. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Okay, here we go.